So, there was a king who loved perfection, and one of the things he loved most was a diamond. The diamond was cut perfectly symmetrically, and when he held it up to the light and let the light shine through it, it made a beautiful rainbow that would splash against the wall with all the colours. And he loved to sit there and look at the rainbow. This king had only one thing that he loved as much, or even more, than the precious diamond, the precious perfect diamond, and that was his precious perfect daughter. He used to call her to him, and they'd sit together and look at the light shining through the diamond and admire the colours, the violet and the indigo and the blue and the green and the yellow and the orange and the red. And they were very happy. Until one day they were sitting, looking through the diamond, looking at the rainbow it made on the wall. They realised something had gone wrong. The rainbow wasn't perfect. They looked carefully at the diamond. They could see there was a tiny crack in it, just a tiny crack, but it made a little break in the pattern on the wall. They'd put it away the night before, perfectly fine, but now somehow it had got this crack, and they were very, very sad. The king was so sad he took to his bed, and he wouldn't eat, and he wouldn't come out. Well, his daughter, who was quite wise, knew that the only way she was going to make her father better was by getting the diamond fixed. So she put a call out. She said, anybody who can fix our perfect diamond will be rewarded beyond measure. So they came. A jeweller came, and he said he could just polish the crack out, and he tried, but the crack was still there. And a woodworker came. He said he could try and glue the crack. He glued it and clamped it and left it overnight, but in the morning the crack was still there. And a blacksmith came trying to beat it into shape, but fortunately he didn't smash it up, and he certainly didn't get rid of the crack. Well, the daughter had almost given up when one day an old woman came. She asked to look at the diamond. She looked at it and she studied it, and she held it up to the light, and she saw the pattern, the light shining through, made on the wall with all those colours, that slight imperfection. And she said, I know a great deal about diamonds. I can fix this diamond for you. I can fix it, but I will have to take it away to my workshop. And I'll have to take it away to my workshop in my village, which is some way away, and I will have to keep it there to work on it for a whole year. But then it will be fixed. Well, the daughter wasn't pleased with that. I mean, letting such a precious thing out of her sight was one thing, and why not keep it in the palace? She said, we will prepare a workshop for you in one of our finest rooms, and we'll equip it with workbenches and tools, and we'll make sure it has plenty of light. It'll be the best workshop in the kingdom. You can work here. Oh no, said the woman, I have to take it back to my village and work it there where I can think and concentrate without interruption. Well, what could the daughter do? So she said yes, and away went the woman with the diamond. Well, it was a hard year for the daughter and for the king, her father. They spent most evenings sitting there sadly, and they would start to talk, and they talked about the beautiful colours, and they talked about the pattern it made on the wall, and how beautiful it was with the light sparkling off the diamond. But the year passed, and at the end of the year, the daughter and the king made their way to the old woman's village. It was a long journey. They made it on foot, and when they got there, they asked the way and found a workshop. They found a beautiful walled garden with beautiful roses growing up the walls, and in the middle, the hut where the old woman worked. They went inside and asked to look at the diamond. They picked it up and they let the light shine through, and they could see the pattern on the wall, the colours, but still an imperfection. What is this? Said the king. What is this? Said the daughter. You said you could make it perfect. Slow down, take a look and study, said the old woman. So they slowed down, they took a look and they studied. When they peered hard and focused their eyes a little, they could see that the imperfection in the rainbow on the wall had become a rose, a beautiful rose with petals and a stalk and leaves. "What is this?" says the king. The old woman said, "You want it to be perfect. You wanted it to be just as it was before, but times go forward and things can't be the same as they were before. Look, take a look at the diamond. I've carved these tiny petals, and I've carved these leaves, and I've even carved these tiny thorns on the stem. And that crack, the crack you found, that is the stem from which the flower grows. Your diamond isn't the same as it was before. It's different, but in a way it's better." And the king and the daughter nodded to each other as if to agree. Then they noticed something strange. "Look," said the daughter, look at the roses growing on the walls of the workshop. Look at it. They're not real roses." No, they weren't. They were painted roses, painted so real as if you could touch them. "That's right," said the old woman. "The reason I had to come back here was that I needed the practice. And I took every crack in the wall around my workshop and turned it into a rose. I needed to learn how to turn cracks into roses." And the king and his daughter thought about this, and they were satisfied, and they could see the wisdom. They'd learned that you can't make things the same as they were before, but you can try to make them better. And sometimes changing imperfections into new things can make wonderful things for us to share. And that is the story of the king and the daughter and the diamond. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you again soon.